What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here, and on this channel we've covered many different ways of implementing RAG AI. We've covered using it with no-code builders such as N8N. We've covered chat RAG tools. We've covered implementing it with graph RAG, Flowwise, Langflow, a bunch of different options. And in today's video, we are going to cover one of the simplest ways, the easiest ways you can start using agentic RAG in any enterprise. This tool is called RAGapp. I'm going to show you how you can set it up. It is 100% open source and very easy to get started with. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so RAGapp is exactly what it says in the name. It's a RAG app, and it is a simple configuration of OpenAI's custom GPTs. There's also other LLM models that you can use, and it's deployable in your own cloud infrastructure using Docker, built using Llama Index. All right, so it's very easy to get set up. Like I mentioned, you simply just run this command right here. I'll show you that in just a second. And the cool thing is, once we get it set up, there is three main endpoints. There's the admin UI, which we'll go over, the chat UI, and the API endpoint, which allows you to actually use this, use the API endpoints, and you could even use them in your own apps, applications as you're building things. So pretty cool stuff. We're not going to go over the whole README section right here, but you can go ahead, check it out if need be, if you want to learn more about the RAGapp. Now, like I mentioned, it is super easy to get going with this thing. You're just going to run this simple Docker command right here. Now, before you do this, of course, you're going to need Docker installed and running on your system. So if you don't have that already, go to docker.com and download it and make sure it's open on your system, and then run that command. Once you run that, that is going to set all the different endpoints up. As you can see right here, I got it running right now. And for example, if I go to the admin UI, I can see the admin UI is right here. We'll go over this in a second. The chat UI is right here. And then the backend API UI is right here. So we can see all the different API endpoints right here. We have the chat endpoints, the sandbox management endpoints, chat config, model config, agent, knowledge base, Llama, cloud, a bunch of different endpoints right here, the open API. So you can use that if you're building applications or whatnot. All right, so the main thing you're going to want to use to start off is the admin UI. All right, so this is going to allow you to configure different things such as agents, knowledge, or test the chat below. And then once you're satisfied, you can start the app or use the API. So once you're done building this out, you can actually just go over here to the chat and use it, or you could use a chat in here, like I said. But first things first, we can add an agent. So you can click on the agent drop down and you'll be able to see that you can add different agents here. So you can create an agent right here, select a specific template. There's templates right here. We have an assistant agent, a financial analyst agent. We have a researcher agent, a reporter agent. Okay, you can see there's one right here as an assistant. We got a backstory right here. So expert in answering questions using the provided knowledge. You can see this is just the background story of the agent, the goal of the agent. So the primary objective right here. And then we can see if we want to use a custom system prompt. So you are role, backstory, your personal goal is goal, whatever you want to put in here. And this prompt is used to generate a system prompt for the agent. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Then we have tools. So this is pretty cool as well. You can, of course, use knowledge. Now, this will obviously use RAG, so it's going to use the embedding models. Actually, once you get this, once you first open the app, it's going to ask you to provide your OpenAI API key right here. So you can use OpenAI, Gemma, Llama too, so you can use local model, any local model you want, which is really nice. You can use Mistral, Grok, Azure, T-Systems, etc. Now, we're going to use OpenAI just because it's the simplest. And we're going to use GPT-4o, and then we're just going to use the text embedding small right here. And yeah, if you were to use Llama, of course, you would just put it to Llama and then just click update. Okay, so that is how the use knowledge RAG system is working from your embedding model, of course. You can also enable web search. So this will allow to find information on the internet, searching DuckDuckGo. You can enable Wikipedia. You could enable document generator, so generate a document file, PDF, HTML. So let's enable that. You can enable image generator, so generate images from provided text using the Stability AI API. So this, you would have to put in a Stability AI API key. We're not going to do that right now, but if you do want to generate images, of course, you can just go ahead and put that in. And then we have Open API, so make requests to external API using the information from Open API specs. So this would be the URL to the spec right here. I'm not going to do that right now. And then we have code interpreter. So execute Python code in a sandbox environment using E2B code interpreter. So we've covered E2B on this channel many times, or few times, about 2 or 3 times. But basically, if you want to use this, you would just go to e2b.dev and get an API key right here. You can get one for free. I'm not going to bother using it right this second, but you could go ahead and use this. And then code artifacts. So if you click here, actually, you know what? Since both of these do require E2B, I will go ahead and input my key right here. All right, so once you create an E2B account, you would simply just come to keys right here. If you don't have an API key, you could add one right here, and then you would simply just copy this API key like so. Then you would go back over here and you would paste it into here. So now I'm pasting this API key in here, and we can select the code interpreter as well as the artifacts like so. Okay, now that we got our agent / assistant made, we can actually go ahead and add our knowledge. So manage your own knowledge data in chat. To chat with, you can consider using Llama Cloud for hosting your data. So if you want to use that, you connect to Llama Cloud, set up the index name, project name, and add your API key. And you could also just upload files like so. Okay, so I'm going to add this A2P 10 DLC registration bulletproof guide for GoHighLevel that I made. I did a video on this. I'm going to add this PDF right here. All right, we can see that it is uploading. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents. You're going to also add this VS Code PDF doc, which has like some top VS Code extensions. So I'll be able to ask it what are the best extensions. So we got these 2 test documents right here. You could use Llama Parse. You would just need to put your Llama Cloud API key, and you could use re-ranker right here. You would just need a Cohere API key. I'm not going to go ahead and use those right now, but it is nice that they have all these different options, which is actually really cool because this tool has been around for, not a long time, but a decent, over a few months, and they have been making improvements and upgrades. Like before, it did not have all these customizations, which is really nice that they have these now. And then we can go to chat config right here, so we can add like suggested conversation questions like what is A2P? Okay, we could add another one such as what are the top VS Code extensions, and suggest next question, whether to suggest the next questions to the user based on the conversation. So you could do this inlining text citations, whether to cite the text in the response. So you could do this as well to cite the citations, of course, similar to like how Perplexity would work or anything like that, Search GPT. Okay, and now that we have that all set up, I don't know if we need to click update. No, that's just for the model. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's go ahead and test something out here. So actually, let's go to the front end app here. See if we refresh it. Now we can see that we have these 2 prompts right here. What is A2P and what are the top VS Code extensions? So if I click here, you can see that it is generating a response right now. Okay, so A2P, or application to person, is a messaging system that enables businesses to send messages to individuals using 10-digit long code, 10 DLC. All right, blah, 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 blah. You can see this. We can see the sources right here, and it's giving us follow-up questions. How does A2P messaging differ from P2P? Okay, let's go ahead and ask that. And I really like the nice clean UI interface. It's actually really nice, to be honest. It's very nice and simple, right? As you can see, it's giving us some in-depth answers right here. It has like formatting with bolding and everything. I actually really like how it has these questions afterwards that you can ask it. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh this. And let's ask it, what are the top VS Code extensions? And also, too, you could see that it was pulling from that other. Okay, so this looks like it's actually using, it looks like, because the question we asked is definitely a question that, you know, could be used from our RAG or from the web. So it's actually pulling from the web here, which is actually using the other tool that we had in our agent, which was the web search, which is actually really nice that it used that. Because that shows us some other tests. So we can actually click here, show events, and it's saying calling tool right here. And we can see it called DuckDuckGo. Use the query right here. I'm going to say no, use the knowledge. So I'm saying no, use the knowledge base for what the PDF recommends. And then I'm going to send that. All right, and now we can see that it is using the source right here. We can see show events, and it is calling the query engine with inputs right here. Retrieving context for top VS Code extensions, retrieve 3 sources using to use context for query. Then we got Python extension pack, GitHub Copilot, Path IntelliSense, GitHub pull request, better comments, rough. We got material icon theme, Atom 1 dark theme. Got the sources right here. You can click here and it shows on page where like that source is coming from. Source number 2 right here, hover. Okay, so you can see all the different ones on page 5 right here. It's really nice that it shows that. We can ask follow-up questions like, how do I install these extensions? Can you recommend any extensions for JavaScript development? Like if I click this, I don't think there's any in the PDF. So I think it actually just, okay, I think this was just based on using no tools. Now, all right, now I'm saying search Elon Musk on Wikipedia and tell me info. So let's go ahead and run that. Now this should use the Wikipedia tool. Let's see the show events here. So this is calling, let's see. So calling tool, load data with inputs, page Elon Musk. So right here, I think this used the I don't know what specific tool it used here, but it did use something. And then we're giving some information on Elon Musk right here. You know, all the information on his background. It's giving us some follow-up questions as well. So all in all, I really like this RAG tool in terms of its simplicity. It's super easy to get set up with. It's one of the most easy tools you can use that I've found so far that we've covered on this channel. We've covered other open source RAG tools. We covered Verba. We've covered a few different ones, you know, ones that allow you to chat with your PDFs or documents or whatnot. But this one's really nice because it lets you create these agents really easily. You get access to these pre-built tools and functions. You can even add like image generator and these other ones with other services, which is really nice. Code interpreter, code artifacts. So let's actually try out the code artifacts real quick. Generate me some code for Python for the snake game and run it. Okay, so this one is definitely taking a lot longer. As you can see, the tools are calling right here. So it's calling artifacts, inputs, generate Python game with Pygame. You got the inputs right here and calling tool as well. So this probably took it at least a minute so far. Let's go ahead and wait. All right, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. I'll give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't generate, I'll try one more time. And if it still doesn't generate, then I don't know what to say. Okay, so for some reason, this is just taking, like, it's been about 5 to 10 minutes now. And all right, guys, so I'm having issues with the E2B side of things. If you guys were able to get this to work, or maybe I was doing something wrong, let me know in the comments down below to help out others. But everything else seemed to work pretty well. The web search, the knowledge base, the Wikipedia. Also too, guys, the document generation, which I just actually tested out. So I just said, generate me a document of the basics of A2P with a PDF. So we can go ahead, click on this, see the document right here. It's actually really nice that it was able to do this. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's actually really nice formatted, and we could go ahead, download this. Also too, guys, I didn't realize if you click on these documents, you'll actually be able to see them in the side view, which is actually really nice as well too. This is something I didn't even realize until now. So all in all, I really like the UI of this tool. It's really simple, really easy to use, and it actually just works pretty much. Other than the E2P, I'm personally having issues with. I'm sure some of you will probably be able to get it to work. Okay, it can write code, but yeah, I was just having some issues with the E2P. And they have the image generator, the open API, knowledge works really well, and then you configure the chat and everything like that. And then, like I said too, if you do want to implement this into one of your custom applications or whatnot, you can go ahead, mess around with the API right here. All in all, guys, that's pretty much it for RAGapp. Let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comments down below. Let me know how you think it compares to some of the other RAG tools we covered on this channel, some of the more complex ones, as well as the different uses of RAG in your day-to-day, in your enterprise or business. But if you guys are new to the channel, we upload videos every single day on AI, business, marketing, sales, automation, AI agents, whatever the case may be. So if you like that type of content and you got some value here, make sure to comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with the daily uploads. Thank you guys so much for the recent 11K subscribers. Road to 20K on the way. Also, too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, I'll leave a link down below for our free Facebook group and Discord channel so you can join that and network with like-minded individuals. And lastly, if you guys run a business and you need help implementing AI agents into your business, whether that's AI call centers, AI appointment setters, or building out your entire CRM processes, systems, marketing process, outbound prospecting, running paid traffic, media buying, whatever the case may be, book a call down below to speak to myself and my team, and we can see if there's a potential fit or not. Other than that, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.